These are the 20 most insane defending moments in football history. And first up, Rodri wasn't gonna let Martinelli score that easily, so man clattered the Brazilian attacker with a proper Brexit tackle. But at number 19, Inter Milan decided to use 100% of their brain to block Barcelona's free kick. Brozovic dived onto the floor and his 1000 IQ play actually worked. Man got Messi laughing, but Messi wasn't laughing when PSG made him do the exact same thing. They really turned the GOAT into a floor mat. But Hector Bellerin stuck rockets on his boots for number 18 because this striker was clean through on goal. There was no chance anyone was catching up to him until Hector Bellerin unleashed his inner Barry Allen and zoomed back to save Arsenal with a goal-saving tackle. But not everyone has the pace of Hector Bellerin because Koulibaly just couldn't keep up with Mbappe. The Senegalese center back couldn't be bothered to defend Mbappe himself, so man just shoved his teammate onto it. Now let me take you to the Euros where Germany faced off against Italy, and this defender turned into a circus acrobat. Whenever these two nations play, things get intense. The score was 0-0 and Müller managed to get an opening. The keeper was beaten and he was sure to score, but Florenzi pulled off one of the most insane moments of acrobatic defending we have ever seen. Man really got creative with that, just like Phil Jones, who got on his knees and gave some of the best head you'll ever see to prevent this goal. Man refused to let Arsenal bag a goal, so he stumbled down onto his knees and gave Giroud's ball some head to stop the Frenchman from getting through on goal. But this defender had to drop down into the splits to stop Marcus Rashford. Man was through on goal and was ready to tear a hole in the net. But this Croatian defender risked it all for his country. Man dropped into a full-on split where he could have quite literally ripped his chances of continuing his bloodline just to defend this goal for his country. But sometimes the fans help with the defending because when Newcastle came up against PSG, everyone thought Mbappe was going to drop a masterclass on Newcastle, but the fans had different plans. The atmosphere was so electric that they inspired the Newcastle defenders to completely pocket the PSG attackers. I mean, just look at the fans erupting with every tackle made. Now at number 12, Fernandinho dropped an insane double save against Wolves. Jimenez thought he was about to bag a goal against Man City, but Fernandinho turned it up. Man blocked one shot and then saved the rebound. Who even needs goalkeepers when you have players like this? Just like Puyol, because no goalkeeper, no problem for the Spanish defender. The Barcelona goalkeeper got skinned, leaving Puyol one-on-one with the attacker. Man thought it was a sure goal, but Puyol stood tall and chested the ball to safety. My guy literally saved a goal with his tit. But now we're getting into the 10 most insane defending moments in football. We're talking impossible goal line clearances, crazy blocks, and the tackle of the century to win the Premier League. But before that, at number 10, we have one of the smartest plays in football history. Villarreal were up against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, so they had to come up with a plan to stand a chance against the German Titans. They decided to use the offside trap to stop Bayern's free kicks from doing any damage. The defensive tactic has to be executed perfectly or else they would just be giving Bayern a free chance at goal. And indeed it was executed to perfection with excellent defensive organization, leaving the entire Bayern Munich team offside. But at number 9, we've got Bayern Munich again, but this time against German rivals Borussia Dortmund. Bayern tore apart the Dortmund defense and played the ball out to Robben, who was completely open for a free shot. He was sure to score. Man released his shot and was about to start celebrating, but Dortmund defender Sven Bender came in clutch with an unbelievable goal line save onto the post, preventing Bayern from a sure goal. Defending a goal from the other team is great, but a goal line clearance from your own teammate? That's heroic. You see, Arsenal found themselves with an opportunity to play the ball through against Man City. Saka was going to have to out-jump Laporte, which was never going to happen, so City relaxed, thinking the attack was going to fizzle out. But Laporte had a moment of madness, heading the ball into his own goal. Ake sprinted back with inches to spare and saved Man City from an embarrassing defeat to Arsenal. But now you have to see this impossible moment of defending to avoid being knocked out of the Champions League because Bayern Munich faced off against Inter Milan in the knockout stages back in 2011. Bayern were all over Inter the entire game and thought they'd made a breakthrough with a clever ball over the top and a clean first touch to surely secure the goal. But the ball just slowed down, giving Ranocchia just enough time to get his body on the line, clearing the ball against the goalpost. This was one of the most important moments in the match because Inter went on to win the tie 3-2. But now you have to see how Kyle Walker literally defied the laws of gravity to beat out Liverpool to the Community Shield Trophy. This game was to win the first trophy of the season back in 2019, and Mo Salah was on fire. He was literally unstoppable, so when he made his way through on goal, everybody thought it was a sure goal and he was going to seal the win for Liverpool. But when he shot, Kyle Walker transformed into a circus acrobat and dropped a bicycle kick goal line clearance to save the day. Can it really get more clutch than that? Yes, it can, because at number 5, this player managed to one-up Kyle Walker. The goalkeeper faced a penalty, saved it, saved the rebound, and then this defender went to make the third save in 5 seconds, dropping a bicycle kick clearance to save the game for his team. But at number 4 is one of the craziest defensive plays you will ever see. It is the literal definition of putting your body on the line for the team, because in this Russian League game, man not only dropped a goal line clearance, but also managed to get back up to save the rebound. I can't believe this was even possible. It's even crazier in slow motion. Now let me take you to the Champions League Final 2013. Bayern Munich versus Borussia Dortmund made up an all-German final. Bayern got the ball on a counterattack, and with one ball, Thomas Müller was through, beat the keeper, and found himself with an open net. But Subotic became the man of the moment, sliding in to make a last-ditch clearance to keep his Champions League dreams alive. Although this was iconic, it was all for nothing because Bayern Munich later sealed the game and ended up lifting the trophy, so Subotic's glory only lasted for a few minutes, unlike the last 2 moments on this list, which have gone down in history. Because now let me take you back to the 2021 season, where Rodri completed the tackle of the century to win Man City the Premier League title.
A tackle of the century from Rodri!
Liverpool faced up against Man City, and this game was intense. The second half saw both teams going back and forth, finding themselves with a 2-2 scoreline. With a couple minutes left on the clock, Mo Salah crosses the ball to the back post, where Fabinho traps the ball and was ready to seal the win, but Rodri lunged in with a heroic block to prevent a certain goal. But the magnitude of this block wouldn't be felt till the end of the season, when Man City edged out Liverpool to the Premier League title by a single point, meaning this block quite literally cost Liverpool the Premier League. They must have been having flashbacks to 2 years prior, because at number 1 on our list is the most insane defensive moment you will ever see. Yet again, Liverpool faced off against Man City, and in January 2019, Liverpool were flying at the top of the Premier League. They were on track to be crowned champions for the first time in 30 years. So, when they faced off against Man City, it was big. At the end of the first half, Sadio Mane found himself through on goal, but just missed the target, hitting the goalpost. As the ball was rebounding, this happened. The ball was literally 10 millimeters away from going in, and come the end of the season, Man City topped the table with 1 point separating the two sides, meaning this heroic moment of defending from John Stones won Man City the Premier League title with 10 millimeters to spare. Man, that was really a 1 in a million moment, but if you want the most insane last-minute moments, you have to check out this video now. Really, go watch it.